Yo, what's up, guys? Alright, let's see. So, okay, well, let's see if anyone hops in. And this will be a short stream. What's up, Minnie? What's up, Marco? I remember this paint being dead. I think this one's dead. Whatever. We'll keep it around. See what happens. No song, -3 out of 10. Is there really no music playing? I don't see why that is. Let's fix that. What's up, Borf? Long time no see, buddy. We got the new setup. Okay. Hopefully, can you hear it now? Probably a little bit better. Probably a little bit better. Oh, thank you for the roses, buddy. The song should be working. Is it not? Let's see. Everything's all messed up. For some reason, you stopped for a while. Here we go. All right, it should be working now. Scared the bejesus out of me. Dino Nuggets. What's going on? Let's go with... Trying not to like stuff this whole area full of crap, but I do need to get my paints out here. You know. What's up, Shinavari? Shinivari art. How you doing? Yeah, it has been a minute. I over Christmas, December, and kind of a little further in January, I've been remodeling this entire room. So like removing everything and then painting the walls, painting the everything, just from the ground up, basically. So took a little longer than I had hoped. Took way longer than I wanted it to. So I kind of ran out of money in the middle, you know? was hoping I wouldn't, but I did, you know. Life's good, though. We got it figured out. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I'll show you guys, like, a little, on my Discord, I'm going to do, like, a whole final reveal. I'll probably do a TikTok as well. It was Citadel? Yeah, dude, that's why it took so long. I airbrushed it slowly. Yeah, that's also why it cost like 10 grand. No, it cost more than I wanted it to. I'll tell you that much. And we're still not done yet. We was hoping to get more accessories and stuff done, like cool, interesting things, you know, like little lights, LED lights. I want to buy more LED lights. A couple other things. Yeah. It did cost too much, though. I'll tell you that much. I thought it would be less. I don't know why. I think delusional is the only way I can explain it. I definitely thought it would cost as much as my bonus check, but it was a little bit more. But you know, that's just how it goes. Is this? Oh, that's still good. But yeah, we're still undressing boxes, putting things on the shelves, buying cool paintings and stuff. So it's kind of a slow burn. When we have little extra funds, we'll get another object and just keep going that way. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out so far. It's pretty fun. I'll have to show you guys eventually once we get to that stage. I just don't want to show it like half done, you know? Like I want to show it fully done. Which it's getting there, which is nice. Painted Lady, what's up? More of a lilac color. Gray Sear. Why do I have so many grays? My gray nights, I guess? Who buys gray paint? What a weirdo. Wraith Bones. Shoddy Bone. That's a good one to have. What's this one? Olive Brown, which is basically a dark green. So that's going to go in the dark green section. And we have panel liner, a couple other nonsense in here. Sorry, I know this is probably boring, but it's the last thing I have to do. Eshin Gray. Got a lot of grays going on here. What's this guy? It's the last one. I don't think I've even used this. The Death Guard base color. I never used it, not even once. Alright, all done. We're going to start doing cool stuff now. So, welcome back, Borf. Sorry. I've neglected you guys for way too long. It's been like 2 months or so. Month and a half. 5 weeks. 6 weeks. But look, we have a bunch of, look at this here. You see that? That is the next project. Okay. So currently what we're going to do is we are going to come up with a paint plan for my Sylvaneth sorcerer kind of dude here. What's up, Brenton? Thanks for the likes. So we're going to come up with a paint plan with this, but we're not actually going to do it on her. I only have 2 of them, and one of them is for the paint class. So I could arguably repaint, you know, just prime it again. But that's the plan, is to come up with a paint plan, then practice the paint plan on this to make it beginner friendly for the paint class. And we're going to do that by testing on some of these dryads. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to pick a couple of the fun, cool ones out. And then after that, once we get these painted up, we're going to start working on this giant phoenix bird. Look at that. Bah! That came from Resin Reborn. I found out recently that more ode my friends play Warhammer than I thought. Oh, cool. More of, I'm assuming. Yeah, Warhammer's surprisingly pretty popular, you know? I played my very first game with Sons of Bahamut, my army that you guys have watched me paint for the last couple months. I went and played a game with him finally, and I was the oddball there with the only painted army. And everyone was like, "Man, how long have you been playing?" And I'm like, "This is my first game." And they looked at me like I was some weirdo because no one paints their minis, and no one paints their minis before they play. But that's just who I am. Okay, I'm not gonna go in public with gray plastic. Ooh, brother. Ooh, you know. Is this my good brush? I need to fix my good brush. I need to find my other good brushes. This one? Yeah. Yeah, this one's not in a good... This one's in rough shape, too. We did not pack these well. Here's another one. That one's in rough shape, too. Oh, no. Yeah, you should definitely get into Warhammer. It's fun. And if you like painting minis, it's even funner. Everyone was like, "Oh, I've never seen you here before. Like, you seem to be, like, really into the hobby." And I was like, "Yeah. I just don't play with strangers usually, you know?" So, it was really fun, though. The guy I played against is actually my neighbor, and he basically dragged me out of my little hole here and forced me to play. So, and I'm glad he did. We had a good time. It was fun. It's very fun. But yeah, my big stompy boy, he beat me. That's for sure. He kicked my ass up and down the battlefield, but I told him don't pull any punches because I can tell if you're gonna sandbag me, and I don't like being sandbagged when I learn a game. I like a good, fair match where you're just better than me, and that's okay. The best way to learn is just to get your ass kicked, you know? And so he did me the honors of really teaching me how little I understood of the game. But that gave me nice little markers to work on now. Let's see. We're almost there. We just need to put this in the center. Take this out, put it in the glue spot. Take this out, put that in the glue spot. Also found like $400 worth of brushes that I didn't remember. Oh my gosh, you guys got me to 1,200 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. It's very nice of you. Nice welcome back. What more could I ask for? You guys are pretty cool. You guys are pretty cool. Just saying. Let's put action events back on. Do sound alerts and action events. Let's test that out. See if that's still working. But yeah, Shinny, what army? Have we talked about this? Did we talk about this? We might have talked about this. What army are you thinking about doing? My dear? My love? Bob? Can you do me a solid? Can you fill up my water? My paint water? Huh? Oh shit, is that the brush? The Emperor's Children? Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Hey, what's the app for the light? Can you send it to me? So then I can do cool lights? What's up, damn brush? How you doing, buddy? So tonight we're gonna be painting and welcome in the Warwolf Witch. Painted most of what I have. Gotta get more then. Thank you, my dear. You're amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky. Off screen. So we are doing these little dryads here, right? So we're going to be painting these up because we're going to do a paint class next month on this little guy here, this Sylvaneth Sorcerer, right? And I have two of them, one for the paint class and one to test batch. So tonight we're going to test a couple different easy methods for painting wood, and kind of want to do like a spirity kind of flesh. Maybe I'm thinking of a blue for the flesh, or maybe a really bright green for the flesh. So we were going to talk about color palette, and then we're going to get these guys primed up real fast as possible. But yeah. Thank you so much, Renton. Yeah, take a break. What a guy. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Seems like you have a color wheel. Got a color question for you. Hit me. Hit me. What can I help you with? You want to do split complementary? You want to do triad? Do you want to do complementary, tetrad? Planning to redo my Marines, and I want to do a split scheme. Half burgundy, half ivory. Does that work? Okay, so the cool thing about ivory is what I would call a neutral color, right? So neutral colors are your browns, your silvers, your golds. Well, gold is kind of a warmish. Gold is kind of yellow and orange-ish. It can pretend to be a color, right? But it's neutral-ish, right? Like neutral. So we're talking neutral colors. Basically, your cream whites, your cool whites, your browns, your tans, your ochres, your ivories, those don't count, in my opinion, as your color scheme. Now, there definitely should be a part of the 60-30-10 rule, right? So when we're doing our primary color, so for this one, I'm going to do a yellow-green as my primary color, which means that 60% of my model, which I'm thinking all of the bark, I'm going to do kind of a mossy green with a brown underlayer. We're going to do a yellow-green, which is going to be 60% of the model. And then I'll do a split complementary, which is almost looking like a pink and a violet. So if I went green, it would be more of a red and orange. So if you want to do a split complementary and you're doing a burgundy, you could call that red-orange, right? This dark shade of red-orange. So you're looking at the colors of green and blue. So if you wanted to go kind of a blue-green, that would be exact complementary, right? Reddish orange burgundy. Or even if you kind of went more in the reddish of burgundy, a reddish brown, you could still do a yellow green or a blue green. So yeah, that would be my 30% color, and then the ivory I would do as a 10% color. Or even just toss ivory in, but ivory with burgundy and either this teal, this bluish green, or yellow green would look fantastic. Now you could also do a triad, which would be your red, and then you would have yellow and blue, right? So that would just be your primary colors. But if you did more of a reddish orange burgundy, you would have blue violet and yellow green, which is the triad there. So yeah, I hope that helps. Teal definitely would be a really good color for, yep, that's what I would do. So if burgundy is your main color, I would probably do, the nice thing is you're almost on the adjacent scale. So when we're talking adjacent, you're talking basically the three colors here, and you would do the same rules for adjacent. So if you're going to do a burgundy with ivory, that could be potentially your third color. So you could do orange as your secondary color. I'm going to get school tomorrow, so I'm prob's going to lurk for sure. But yeah, teal would be great. I would do a really light shade of teal. I would do this color as the base. I know it's not mixed well, but then I would do this as the highlights. That's what I would do. So then you can kind of bring up the brightness of it. Oops. But yeah. I'm going to get my airbrush over here and we can get to work. I also need to fix my brushes. They're all in disarray. And I'm thinking we're going to do mostly a dry brush method. This will be my class on dry brushing techniques, I think. So I'm going to do a triadic kind of brown, dark brown undertone color. We'll figure out how to do that. We're going to test on a couple of these guys to see what works the best. So the best way to learn more about color theory is actually not to like put any miniature like keywords in. Not a whole lot of miniature painters take color theory into account. I do. I think it makes a piece more whole, if that makes sense. It hums together. It has a frequency of color. But what you can look up is just painting. Just look up like oil or acrylic canvas painters, and they go really in depth into color. Sorry. Into color theory. The one problem with this wheel is it's kind of outdated. There's a new color wheel that you can look up online that will add all these values in here, and the values, when you're talking value, it's kind of like the saturation, which is pretty much the same thing, but value is like the lightness or darkness of a color, kind of like the grayscale. The hue is like how strong it is. Saturation is kind of hue and saturation value all put together. But yeah, that's what I would look up is check that out. That helps a ton. These little color wheels are cool. They definitely help, but this one's a little outdated. That's all. Yeah, this one's nice. This one's pretty simple. Another tip you can do is find a picture that you really like that you're trying to reference off of, and ask ChatGPT or whatever AI and say, can you take the colors out of this and form it into a color swatch or palette? And then ask it to then spit out colors that match either Vallejo or Citadel or Army Painter or whatever paint you like to use. The paint color equivalents. And then that way you kind of just let AI do the hard work and give you an easy shopping list. So that's kind of a quick and dirty method. If you don't want to like really deep dive, you can kind of even ask ChatGPT like, hey, I want to use this as my primary color. Even take a picture of it, send that color out, and then say, give me a bunch of different options, and it'll just spit out color swatches for you. I do that from time to time. All right, what am I doing? I think I need to plug in my air compressor. I don't think I've done that yet. So, un momento. All right. Boom. We're in business. All right. We'll wait for that bad boy to heat up. Of course. And welcome in. And if you toss me a follow, welcome to the party. If you don't, thanks for stopping by. I love answering questions. And if you want more in-depth, like one-on-one, you can join my Patreon, and we can do whatever you need. I'm just Mr. Helper Helperton. Let's do this. Let's wash this out because it's dirty. Ooh, I need paper towels too. Now I gotta find my abused brush. Is this one abused? Oh yeah. Oh shit. Hold the phone. Is that Fat Boy Gaming? What's up, buddy? Welcome back. It's been a minute. How you been? I'm sorry for my absence, my extended absence. Ooh. Thank you so much for the heart me, buddy. As always. I remodeled the... Oop, I'm shaking the whole thing. I remodeled the game room, so that is where I've been. So I apologize. It took way longer than I wanted it to, but those things usually do. Yeah, I didn't mean for it to take so long. I do apologize for that. That's on me. I thought it would be a lot cheaper than it was, and so I kind of ran out of money halfway, you know? It happens. Nice. Some Krieg. Some Death Corpse of Krieg. I love them. They're my favorite. Okay. Where did I put them? Ah! My whole setup is still in disarray, so it's kind of like learning where things are, you know? I feel like I haven't done anything tonight. Where's those end up? Oh. Oh, here we go. Yeah, dude, I got my Krieg right here. Have I showed you my Krieg? Boom. Oh, probably need to put it in the in frame. Yeah, so one of my little Kriegy boys. Got this like so backwards, it's hard to. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's one of my Kriegs. For sure. Yeah, I finally played a match of my Sons of Bahamut yesterday. That was super fun. I don't need that many. What am I doing? Need what? 3 for 4 for now? Sweet, thanks, man. I'll check them out. How you been though, bud? Been good? How was your holiday season? Good. Get anything cool for Christmas? Or Hanukkah or whatever holiday you're into. It was quiet. Yeah, those are the best. That's actually the only Christmas present I ever want is just a nice quiet home, you know? That's all I could ever ask for. Give me peace and tranquility any day. Nice. Do you have any other Astra Militarum units yet? Or still building up? Because I gotta tell you, the Lehman Russes, oh. They're fun to build, they're fun to paint, they're just fun. 10 out of 10. They're fun to play. Oh, there's nothing better than when your friend looks at you when you bring your tank line. You just rush it into their flank or wherever and just start wailing bombs in there. Oh. Especially the tank commander. Best model in the game. When he dies, he gets to fire one more time, one more Hail Mary. It's my favorite ability. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to priming real quick. Stormlord tank? Yeah, that'd be sick. They do a lot of really fun conversion stuff, and you can get a lot of, like, there's a lot of STL support for all things tanks for Warhammer. I feel like it's because they're easy STLs to build. Oh, that's sick too, dude. That's hard to come by nowadays. Do they still sell it on it's not the Game Workshop store, it's the it's like their secret layer version. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Nice. Yeah, dude, I love having an original model, dude. Some old school. I don't have any. I got into the game way too late for any, like, cool old school models. You say my Grey Knights are old school because I've never updated the model range. Does that count? I feel like it counts a little bit. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, the Death Corps of Krieg are so much fun to play. Because you can bring, like, a Medipack in the group, and every command phase, you just get to bring them back. It's like one of my favorite. Because you bring back, like, 2 or 3 guys, you know, on a good roll. It's insane. My opponent's always like, and, like, since I have 6 squads of them, 6 10-man blocks and 1 20-man block, it's pretty substantial when you're bringing back, like, 100 points every turn, you know? Very satisfying. I mean, they don't do much, you know, unless they have a plasma or a melta or a flamer or a grenader, but they're enough, you know? They're enough to be annoying. Can't kill them fast enough to take the objective sometimes, which is all that's needed. Just live. Definitely one of my favorite units. Also fun to paint. If you have a 2 in a platoon, you get D3+1. I know. That's what's crazy, right? Yeah, my 20-man block, I have 2 of them in there. And that's led by my Ursula Krieg, right? And yeah. I haven't played them in a minute, so I don't know how they're playing right now, but I always really enjoyed that 20-man block because I would send it center board. No man's land, center objective. Do something about it, you know what I'm saying? Do something about it. You can't. That's good. I heard they were at like a 40% win rate for a minute there, but glad to hear they're coming back around. Like a 47% win rate, I think. That's also the competitive guys. I feel like they're one of the few armies where their stat actually matches kind of how they're doing as well. So trying to find that sweet spot for the camera. Yeah, I've never been like good at Warhammer, like good enough to go to a tournament, I guess. I don't know. I heard that people are like, tournaments aren't that bad, you know, like there's just normal people there playing, and I'm like, I don't know. I just like beating up my friends. That's enough for me. Quick little Zenithal spray on these guys. For sure. Sweet, I'll check it out after this stream. Take my lady to dinner right after this. She's probably hungry. I'm gonna try and power through this as fast as possible. Sweet, yeah, I'll check it out. What's up, Joe? How's being a welder going, bud? Hmm? No, it's not. I know you don't like it. Come on. It's crazy talk. I know you can't stand it, dude. Just be honest. It's okay. Just say you hate it. I do miss you. The other Hughes kids aren't that fun to bullshit with. But good for you, man. Way to go at least try something else, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them haters. You get yours, brother. Yeah, the job site's a little bit sadder without you, buddy. Almost done? Please. It's gonna drag out until March, bud. I'm gonna take her to a little sushi and hand roll joint we really like. We found it a couple months ago. They're new and no one knows about them yet, so it's kind of our hidden gem. It's called Tonkatsu Sushi and Hand Roll. It's really good. And the guy who owns it is the one preparing all the food, and he's pretty cool dude. Pretty interesting guy. Good food, good time. We haven't been in a minute, so it'll be nice. All right, just one more to go, and then I'll probably be hopping off for tonight, but don't hate me. I'll be on tomorrow. You know I will, okay? No more extended breaks for me, okay? The room is done, and I am back. Oh, the perfect amount of paint. You see that? Can't teach that, you know? Can't teach that. For sure. I'll catch you later, dude. Always envious when someone can use an airbrush. Oh, I don't do it well. I do it okay. I get by. But yeah, it's definitely a talent, and I feel like everyone looks at an airbrush and thinks it's magic, but it's just a tool, and you just gotta suffer. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to learn the ins and outs of airbrushing, it takes a lot of ruined models. That's the shitty thing. Yeah. Paint consistency is a big thing. Also, using an air compressor with a regulator helps a ton. And then after that, it really comes down to just knowing, you know, if it's too liquidy and it spider webs, then your speed is too low or your paint's too thin. If it speckles, then there's not enough water, or the paint's too hot, or the air is too high. So having a regulator helps at least fix one of the issues. But cleaning it, oh, I hate cleaning it so much. That's the worst of it. Cleaning an airbrush is the one part that I dread. Horribly, horribly dread. You know? like really cleaning it, not this like little quick and dirty that I'm doing right now. Well, thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm gonna head off for the night. I'm gonna take the lady out to dinner. She deserves it, you know. Spray white spirit through it. Oh no, dude, white spirit? That's scary. Well, what'll that do? I've never heard of that. I could do it. Are you talking like acrylic lacquer thinner? Okay. Or are we talking mineral spirits, like the oil base? Because this is basically, pretty sure this is just basically lacquer, right? I don't know. I buy airbrush cleaner, and though I could probably buy like a gallon of it at Home Depot if I knew what I was buying. White spirit is paint stripper. Yeah, yeah. Well, sick, babe. Well, thanks for stopping by, guys. Tomorrow we're going to do the color palette for these 4 guys here, these 4 little boys. We'll do the figure out what colors we're going to do for each one of them, and we'll come up with a fun, easy to follow, beginner friendly kind of a paint tutorial. These 4. So yeah, it'll be the horn guy, and then 3 of the sword guys. I mean, kind of they're all sword guys, but yeah, my little dryads. So thank you for stopping by, and if you like what you see, hit up a follow. I'll be on tomorrow for more streaming. I'll catch you guys later.